better spaceship that ain't got nothing to do with this one. And actually, when you bring it back into this world, you actually expand this world, make it look different through you. And now you are a vessel for God, for all possibilities. So that's you. So let's break that down to 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. Certain desires that deal with you getting out of expectations, you getting out of pressures, you getting out of caring about being rejected, you getting out of caring about being opposed, you caring about making it. These are things you got to let go and transmute. So you're always going to experience these energies because teamwork makes the dream work. You help make this world. So this is the point of it. Making that energy transmute it. And what is the concept? Because you just can't be saying things. This channel is reality. We don't just say things because it sounds good. What does it mean to transmute? When you take an energy and transform it into something else. So we're always creating forms, minds, lights. It's up to you to make up a mind, make up that spaceship, and mold it in the way you want it to look. Mold that character and in the way you want it to look, so it can go into directions you want to go in when you jump inside of it as a spirit. Anytime you want to go on autopilot and cruise, life will be easy in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, a little bit easier. Thank you so much for the donation, General Si. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So anytime you got negative energies in your life that you allow to affect you in large percentage scales that you have no business allowing to affect you, you are weak spiritually. You lack the ability of transmutation. When you become the individual that has certain things that affect you in your life, but you know how to transmute it, aka create a different thought or feeling about it. So you take the way it affects you and make it another reason why it's affecting you like that. Eventually, it's not going to affect you like that anymore. It's going to start affecting you in the way you made it affect you. So let's say you got problems in your life. In your mind, let's say you come up with some spiritual, the way God wants you to do it, consonance, dissonance. Let's say, oh, the reason I'm going through this in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension via person, place, or thing is because of this, not what this person trying to make me think, or not because of this failure, is what I'm about to make it think and feel. And then as you create another spaceship in your eye up here in these chakras, your high, vibe. Now you're going to say, I'm going through this because this is making me have strength, because I need to see this, because this leads me to my success, whatever that is, whatever you're making it up to make it your favor. Now, eventually it don't affect you no more as depression and trying to resist it. Now it affect you in it being exciting, because you know that this is thoughts that you're going through to add on to something that you want to experience. So now eventually it's about to start making you smile or internally, or making you excited internally, and things of that nature. And now here's the thing. You transmuted that energy. It no longer affects you in the way to bring your spirit down in your lower chakras. You transmuted it as a powerful spirit enough, regardless of how the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension tried to affect you. You made it do what it wanted you to do. So for the most part, that's you being the spiritual adult, and you created how you see the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. That's God looking at you like, wait a minute, this is a bad motherfucker right here. What the fuck is this? This person just got all kind of control. And that's when you know, can't nobody control your thoughts and feelings but you. And since we created thoughts and feelings to create this body, you're always going to experience on this percentage level. So that what you do is how you do it. This would make every day a struggle. But the better you fight the struggle, the better you have more on a percentage scale from the polarized level of things that go in your favor than things that don't go in your favor. You see what I'm saying? So it's about playing with life. Don't let life play with you. See what I'm saying? So, for the most part, when you transmute an energy, that's basically you not allowing what once affect you no more. But not only that, you taking that transmutation and making that energy fuel something else. You can't just let energy linger around. Spirits is no thing. So it's always in search for fulfillment. So once something is fulfilled, you want to go expand your spirit, because now you have spiritual abilities, awareness. I always teach about the spirit realm. Your spirit contract and expand. And contract going inside of a form, and expand getting out of a form. That's life and death. But that's intelligence. So once you got a form lingering around and you already fulfilled that purpose, eventually you're going to allow that to go back inside of you I mean, you're going to allow your spirit to go back into that memory and be lost in that world and start manifesting people, places, and things that represent that world in your 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. And here's where you go. Here you go. Whether you experiencing a Saturn return or not, keep doing the same dumb shit over and over again. Keep manifesting the same relationships over and over again. See, keep doing the same stupid shit over and over again. So for the most part, that's what you have to understand, how to get out of that internal cycle of how we make bodies down here and shit. But at the same time, when you keep a form lingering around, right, you have to get rid of it. And as a spirit, now you can expand and create a bigger form and shit like that to jump in as a form of energy. Now that's you transmuting. So now you take that energy that was affecting you, you transmute it, no longer allow it to affect you. Then you don't allow it to linger it around. You take it as fuel and direct it towards something else that don't have anything to do with that situation. You might make music. You might be an actor. You might be an actress. You might draw. You know what I'm saying? You might do theater. Whatever you do, you might put rocks together. No matter what you do, you might teach about health, exercise. Direct that towards that. And that's you adding so much energy to that shit, especially when you're doing teamwork makes the dream work with yourself. That's sex. The joining of two or multiple energies to create another one. So you're bringing energies from other areas that don't even belong in another area, and it's good waters, it's good seeds, transmutations of energies and shit like that. So that make it even more. You taking hate and using it to fuel your passions. You being poor, but taking it to fuel your passions, not you soaking and, oh, I'm broke, what's going to happen? Why nobody saved me? I'm a victim. Or you being hated on. Why nobody like me? Well, let me act like this tomorrow. No, you using that as fuel. See, I'm pointing to it as examples. Those are the most simple ones right there. But it's endless in our mind of things we could use as fuel. You know what I'm saying? And then you take that and direct it towards something else that you already motherfucking doing and things of that nature. God love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you add so much gas to a new seed in your spaceship and shit like that, you speed up the process. You speed up the manifestation process and things of that nature. So you end up proving motherfucker wrong and shit, proving all kind of people wrong, doing some new shit people didn't even know do, and always, proving some new shit that people didn't even know that you could do it in that fashion. So it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. So if you might be doing something that somebody else is doing, music, acting, whatever like that, but the way you did it, it made it more possible. People was like so familiar with singular ways of doing it. Oh, this already looked familiar. This person made it this way. This person got this testimony. Thank you so much for the cash app, Bonnie. I appreciate that. Or so you already was lost into the shadow government ways of doing it, but when you actually access your true power, the way God wants you to do it, you be the example of how to do what we all doing in a whole new way. That's a piece of God. Because you created a new way to go about something. You didn't have to be cutthroat to do it. You didn't have to be, however way you did it, that was a new way, is an example, and you're used as a vessel for God now. You know what I'm saying? Because now we can see you as an example on how to do something in a keyword, new way. One of a kind. Nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're all here supposed to do. But if we keep being here, constantly manifesting their circumstance that they have already did, we're just updating old and outdated energy. And we're giving them the credibility and the justification to smile and lay on their stomachs and not have to put in blood, sweat, and tears to still experience what we're building based upon the words that they're fashioning our minds and our character in. And we allowing them to take all of our energy and just transmute that shit for themselves and this motherfucker shit. So they become one of a kind and we become just kinds of them. You know what I'm saying? Different versions of them. And I'm tired of that goddamn shit. But at the same fucking time, this helps you understand how to be in a goddamn circumstance, how to take your goddamn power back, but have a starting point to know how your power been taken in the first place, where you start to understand that from a starting point. It ain't that your power got took. You just never used it. And you allowed someone else to use their power first. So your inability to use your mind for what it's supposed to be used for is the problem. Your lack ability to come out here and build and things of that nature is the problem. Not someone stealing your language. Not someone taking something from you. You see what I'm saying? It didn't start like that. It started from someone claiming something. You see what I'm saying? Not taking something over. So your inability to claim something was the issue. not someone taking something from you. That only leads to war. That only leads to killing. So we made it that way based upon creating that fake narrative. But once upon a time, it came from someone claiming something. And we know someone claimed something if someone run the world right now. They didn't take it, they claimed it. So the problem is you're not using your mind. That's the problem. You got to start using your mind. And they make your mind be used for the shit that they want it for. So this is why your mind is never used for the things you're supposed to use it for. It's always used for shit you got no business using it for. And they always keep us in confusion. This is how they keep us in confusion. Because you'll think you'll be thinking something for the right cause. But once you start to see you're receiving crumbs, that's when you know it's not for the right cause. And that's when you know the shadow government have put us in a circumstance where it's because we're not thinking. And so they start looking at us like a group of fools. Not that they're taking something from us. We're not claiming anything. We're not producing any product. And the more and more we don't, they sit down and look at us like fools. Low-hanging fruit. So all we got to do is start to come together and create a goddamn product. And here's the thing. When you're an individual that's grow up in a living condition, and let's say you got a certain last name, other family members or things of that nature, that put you on a certain circumstance where you have an influence. When you don't have a gift and talent, when you don't have anything to offer to the world, the shadow government will give you something. And 9 times out of 10, it'll be a product or something to lead us down to a fucking depopulation control. And you may not even know you're getting used as a puppet because you're just receiving spoiled mentality energies, aka, oh, I'm rich, so this must be the reason I'm rich because people love me. So this is where an ugly spirit becomes developed, but also how they also become industry plants and shit like that and create this type of facade on all their, you know what I'm saying, new apps and shit like that and all their UFOs for us to pay attention to and make this facade seem like something you need to reach for. And this facade you go extremely hard for, it might get you killed. Or it might put you in a compromising situation and make you not have family, not have friends, be somewhere all alone, having to look over your shoulders, having to spend your money for any sense of peace or any genuine people in your life and shit like that. So the shadow government just make everybody play out tarot cards and shit. So be careful what you ask for. We're in a new time right now. You can't necessarily become a celebrity or get rich the same way anymore. And now you know the truth have been revealed. It's more percentage of industry plants than it is actual genuine people. That's a dime a dozen. Everybody who's genuine not going to make it. And the facade that's being presented behind closed doors is more individuals that's plants than genuine individuals. And a lot of genuine individuals that do make it in the industry, a lot of times don't even last long. And the moment they start saying things, the Jews who run the fifth house area, who built our character and our mind on how we're supposed to act, end up creating some type of global narrative to assassinate these group of individuals' characters. That's the celebrities that's quote unquote woke. So for the most part, this is how the shadow government keep everybody docile and things of that nature without understanding. And then the regular person that's around you that end up eventually turn into a sheep or agent by default, make you feel uncomfortable about yourself because they're going to start to get more access, which really is crumbs, but still be stupid in the mind. So you got to lower yourself and lower what's expected from you and your access to God just to live in the world and feel normal and feel like you're a part of something. And ain't that about a bitch?